Hi everyone, it's Dulles, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand. Still trying to sort out my new camera. Yeah, I've only used it twice. This is the third time, so I'm still kind of getting organised with it. Okay, so this is not my project, but I'm here to share a project with you today that's part of a swap that I'm doing with Donna, and that's donnadreamsx3 on YouTube. And I met Donna when she sent in an entry to a recent challenge I did, probably, I don't know, six weeks ago now, I guess, maybe 8 weeks ago. I did a something romantic challenge, and Donna sent it, Donna entered, and her entry was chosen as one of the winners. So we decided that we'd do a swap, and I asked her what she wanted, and she said, after some toing and froing, we agreed on a corset wall hanging, a doily bag, and 2 little button fairies. Now, I asked her, you know, when it came to the corset wall hanging, was this going to be a wall hanging in the shape of a corset, or was it, which I'd never seen, you know, personally, or was it going to be just, you know, the usual type of wall hanging with a picture of an image of a lady in a corset, you know, or, you know, what exactly were we referring to? And she came back and she said, well, let's just surprise one another. You know, we can do whatever we want. So I love that. I love the fact that we're going to surprise one another. Now, I do have Donna's permission to put up this video before posting these out to her this week, and she has my permission to put up the video before she posts out. So without further ado, I'm going to show you. This is just a Victorian wall plate I'm showing you there. That's hanging on my dining room wall. So I chose to do my wall hanging like this. And there it is. That's actually the back of it. You're probably looking and thinking, oh, that's not much, poor Donna. No, that's just the back of it. So yeah, I thought I'd show you the back. I've just trimmed it in this crochet lace. I cut out the base. As you can see, I've done it in the corset shape, and I used the template which I found on the internet, and I cut it out in calico. I put some wadding in between. Then I put this on the front and the back, which was from a scarf that I found in an op shop, or thrift shop, charity shop, which has got a lovely pearlized sheen to it. And then round here I just edged it with some crochet lace, just to tidy up the edging, you know, where you glue it all down, and put a couple of little flower motifs out of lace pieces. That one's tea stained, with some pearls in the middle, and just put this little chiffon wall hanging on it. Okay, so here is the front of my corset. Hopefully you're all going, oh, by now. I hope you are. Well, especially I hope Donna is. And here's the bottom of it, and it's all frilled, it's all chiffon, it's all little gorgeous little rosebuds, pink rosebuds. But anyway, I'll go at the top. Now I've just told you basically how I constructed this. Behind this you'll see the that same pearlized cream or ivory fabric from that old scarf that I found. And we've got Chinese braiding down here just to neaten up the curved edge. The first thing I did obviously was put this wide cream frill around the top and around the bottom in a double edge. Around the bottom I put one piece here and the other pieces down here. So I kind of put them back to back so that it made this double frill, but at the top it's just a single frill, because I didn't want to lose the shape. Now the shape of this is based on like a 1890 Victorian, so very late Victorian corset. The earlier corsets were just what they call bustiers, which came beneath the bust, and just kind of like just a curved edge around the bottom over your tummy. The later corsets in the 1890s actually came over the bust like that, and the edging was more shaped. The bottom edge was more shaped. It hadn't got to the whole piece, you know, where you put the bit that goes, you know, was it the crotch piece that comes between your legs? That hadn't come to that yet. That was later in the Edwardian period. The laces were still done at the back, so that, you know, the servants, the maids, could pull them really tight to get you a tiny 20-inch waist. Ouch. And down the front you normally just had a little row of buttons where you put the corset on and did your buttons up. So the Victorian corsets were actually quite plain in their embellishments because they were meant for wearing, of course. And they were uncomfortable without having all extra embellishments all over them. But they had, they probably had a bit of lace, some pearl buttons down the front, maybe a little bit of lace trim down here as well. This one has been done really fancily, of course, because it's a wall hanging. And as I say, Chinese braid here to keep the curved shape. This frilled lace around here. Round the top here, I put this pink. It is a pink, but it's got a lilac-y tinge to it. Not a strong lilac, but still lilac. And I put the same down here. And that was, just move my light a bit, that was from an Etsy shop that I got last year with little pearls and alternate flowers, and it's sort of a chiffon edging. Here I've put a very large wedding applique which comes from here and curves round and goes right down to here. So it sort of come like this, curves round here, which is following the shape of the corset, and then back this way. You can see it down here with all the pearls. It's got lots of pearls, it's got little sequins, it'll be a vintage wedding gown. And I got this, I don't know, I either got it off Lynn, which is Bead Fairy 1 in the UK, or I got it off Rosella, and she's Zendalee in America, because I got 2 packages of wedding appliques around the same time, and I did try and keep them separate, but I can't, they've all ended up in the same box and I can't remember which is which now. And over here we've got 2 separate wedding appliques, I think from the same wedding gown, because they've got the same sort of a similar type of thing to them. But, they may be from different... No, I think they're from the same wedding gown, because this has got the little star-shaped flower, and so is this and this. So, yeah, I think they're all from the same gown. Very pretty. It's the first time I've used appliques in this way. I don't use wedding appliques very much, but it just seemed ideal for decorating this piece. Around the top here, I've got a double layer of these little pearls. I'm going to see if I can zoom in for you, because, I can now. I've just got to see which way I zoom. Yeah, so double layer of pearls around here, which is from my stash, and there you see that beautiful trim around there, which is all little roses and pearls in them. Along here, this is like a kanashi, something like that, the Japanese flower. I got those off eBay, a little bit of bling in the middle of them. Down here I put flat back pearls. And in the middle I just added little pink flat back pearl hearts, which just seemed to be ideal for that. So now I'm going to actually lift this up, just so that you see the appliques a little bit more there. Look at that, aren't they beautiful? And, okay, just come down here. I'll just zoom back a little bit. There you go, I'm getting the hang of this at last. Here I've got, over this double frill, I've got some chiffon and satin rolled rose trim on either side of the hip, just to define the hip shape. And then down the bottom here, I just love these, and I bought 2 baby headbands, little girl headbands, and last year I knew I'd use them. One was in ivory and one was in the pink, and I just took these off. They've got all these tassels with little rosebuds at the bottom, absolutely beautiful. So ladies, these are things you look out for, little kids headbands and stuff. You probably all do that anyway, but this was particularly pretty, and when I see them like that, I always grab them with 2 hands. So I took them off, and they're just going right the way along here, and I was really pleased with the effect, because we've got the cream lace underneath. So that's my corset wall hanging for, let's see if we can zoom in there and get some more detail. Oops, going the wrong way, sorry ladies. Meant to be coming out instead of doing that. There's that lovely hairband trim. And yeah, so that's my whole, it's quite a big piece. I would say, not including the hanger, I would say it's, I don't know, maybe 18 inches. So hopefully, Donna, you'll like this. I hope you will. And I'll put up a picture of the, I'll just put it sideways. You might be able to get the whole thing in better if it's sideways. Yeah, that's the completed thing. So, yeah. I'll be putting up the picture, I'll be putting up the doily bag tomorrow that I've made for her. And I'm going to say goodbye for now, and thank you for watching, ladies. Take care. God bless. Bye.